Hey super friends, how's it going? Before I get into the action figure review, I just wanted to mention that the background you're seeing now, which will be prominently showcased in this action figure review, is one of 5 that are being offered by my buddy over at Insta-Print Diorama on his Kickstarter. There'll be a little information session after the video that I've put together for you to see exactly what it is and what it's all about. And please, do click on the link in the description when the video is finished and go and check out his Kickstarter, because you can get 5 awesome home printable dioramas for an amazing price. And with that, let's just get on with the review. How's it going, super friends? All the guys and gals of the DC squad. Today we're going to be opening up the Wonder Woman 1/12 Collective Mezco action figure. I ordered this like 3 days ago, and it showed up lightning fast. There's the side of the packaging right there with a muted red motif, Wonder Woman logo, 1/12 pose play display. On the back, we have images of Wonder Woman and all the various accessories that she gets. The interchangeable hands, the stand, the shield, the sword, the lasso, the extra head, and then various pieces of art that were also promo images on their website. The side we have the same as the other side, and the top we have the 1/12 Collective logo. The cool thing about this packaging, and we're going to see it more as we slide the sleeve off, is that it's actually like a matte kind of cardboard sort of construction paper look to it, which is nice compared to the actual regular shiny packaging that they give us. On the back here, we have this logo for Mezco, which is very strange. I would have expected it to be a Wonder Woman kind of logo design there, but it's not. It's something completely different. Again, we have the logo on the top of the box here. Now it's time to pull her out. Just gonna flip the flap, yoink her out, and here's what you get. Once relieved of her packaging, you can see that the Mezco 1/12 Collective Gal Gadot Wonder Woman from the Justice League movie comes with all you see here, including extra hands, battle shield, Godslayer's sword, a plastic golden lasso, as well as a wired posable lasso, an extra head, her figure base stand with claw arm, and a Ziploc bag to place everything you're not using in for later usage. Now, just starting off by taking a closer look at Wonder Woman, she looks pretty good so far. I'm pretty impressed with my first initial impression of her. Her skin looks pretty fair and even. The details in her battle garb actually look pretty good and accurate to the movie, with the little scratches and the dings and what have you. The paint job also looks pretty good on her uniform. There are some places where it could have been a little better, but overall, I think it's better than pretty good. I like the fact that they used a blue pleather to make the bottom half of her battle uniform, and just all around, she looks pretty accurate to the movie. The initial head sculpt for Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman, I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't scream Gal Gadot to me. Maybe it's the placement of the eyes or the overall roundedness of the head sculpt, or maybe it's the fact that the head really is just a weensy bit too big for the body in comparison to what she looks like in real life. It's not a terrible head sculpt, it's executed well, it's painted nicely, and it does look like Wonder Woman, but again, it doesn't scream Gal Gadot at me. Whereas, as far as I'm concerned, the secondary head sculpt actually looks more like Gal, and it's painted just as nice and clean as the first one. The skin tone for both of them is actually really even, and the hair for both of them is made out of a softer kind of rubbery plastic. Now, Wonder Woman's accessories are executed really nicely. Everything is sculpted nice and crisp and clean. The Godslayer sword that she comes with has the appropriate little engravings and all the detail on the hilt and the blade. It looks pretty nice. Her shield is fantastic. I love the shading that they've put over top of that weathered sort of golden bronzish look, and the inside of the shield looks fantastic too, with all of the appropriate details and arm straps. Her golden lasso also looks pretty fantastic, with it looks like two-tone gold shading over top of them to fill in the cracks of the weave of the golden lasso of truth. Both of her extra sets of hands, the grabby hands and the relaxed hands, are both painted and sculpted expertly, and I'm really happy with those as well. And finally, her wire lasso, though not very spectacular in color and in the actual effort made to make it look like her lasso, I can still appreciate it for what it is. The little grabby acorn things on each end of the rope look pretty nice, and I can see why they did go with a brighter sort of yellow paint to try and give it that illuminated gold look like when she's using it in the movie. Now, for articulation, you'll find that this Wonder Woman figure is absolutely lacking in comparison to her male Mezco 1/12 collective counterparts, with a single point of articulation at the top of the neck going into the head by way of a ball joint that offers some movement, however the hair does get in the way, with swivel hinge shoulders that can go up and around and all over the place, which is to be expected from that sort of articulation point. She's got single jointed swivel elbows, and I know a lot of people would have liked to see some double jointed elbows there, but that's what we got. And she's got ball hinge wrists, which is actually really good. You can get a fair amount of movement out of that. From the waist down, she's got ball joints that connect her legs to the torso. They're not drop hinges, but they do have a fair range of movement up and down and all around. She's got a thigh cut, which enables some rotation and more posability with this figure. However, she only has single jointed swivel knees, and I know a lot of people would have liked to see double jointed knees on this figure. And then finally, her ankles are ball hinges, as opposed to the typical ball-jointed ankle articulation. This offers a much larger range of movement in comparison to what is usually used on a Mezco 1/12 collective figure. And that's it. That's all she wrote. No bicep swivel, no double-jointed anything, and no articulation in the torso. Yeah, it is what it is, I suppose. For today's first figure comparison, I've got her alongside the Multiverse on the right and the SH Figuarts on the left. She's about the same size as the Multiverse and definitely a lot more detailed and definitely of a better quality, while she has a little bit less detail in comparison to the SH Figuarts. And here now we see her with two different versions of the DC Icons Wonder Woman. On the left it's the big Barda Wonder Woman from the 7-pack, and on the right it's the single-carded Wonder Woman. A little bit bigger than the single-carded and a little bit smaller than the 7-pack version. And then here, I've got her between two more classically styled Wonder Womans. On the left, it's the DC Universe Classics, and on the right, it's the Wonder Woman from the Justice League America gift set from DC Direct. Overall, I think that most people will be familiar with the average height of the DC Universe Classics, so I think that that one gives probably the best all-around representation of the height and size of the Mezco Wonder Woman. And then finally, I've got her wedged in between the Batman and the Superman from the Mezco Dawn of Justice line of figures. Seeing these three together, they actually look really, really nice. Superman kind of looks a bit pale in comparison to Wonder Woman's more even skin tone, but all in all, I think they scale wonderfully and look fabulous together. I can't wait to add Flash, Aquaman, and Cyborg to the mix. So I suppose now that we've gone through all of that, my final verdict would be 8 out of 10, would buy again. Now the reason why I docked 2 marks is because I do feel like the head is a little bit too big for the body, and she is missing some pretty vital articulation points that a lot of us collectors like to see. That being a bicep swivel, and also double jointed knees and elbows, none of which does she have. But hey, these are just my opinions, and this is just one guy's review. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Do you think she's great, or do you think she's trash? Let me know. Also, if you like this video, please take the time to bebop the like button so I know I'm doing something right. And then finally, if you think you'd like to become a super friend and join the DC squad and see more of my face show up in your inbox, don't be afraid to hit the subscribe button and ding the bell, because that'll get you more of my content. And I'd love it if you watched more of my videos. And remember, if you like this backdrop, please stick around till after the video for my little information session on my buddy from Insta-Print Diorama's Kickstarter. If you like this one and want it and 4 other options, you'll want to back his Kickstarter because the price and the value can't be beat. Have an awesome day, super friends. Please take care.
Hey! You there, trying to draw yourself your own diorama background. Are you sick and tired with your lack of artistic skills getting in the way of you producing excellent action figure photography? Or are you sick of hitting up the internet to find yourself a diorama only to be surprised at exactly how much the shipping cost is on top of the price of the diorama itself? Well, look no further. The folks over at Insta-Print Diorama have got you covered. At Insta-Print Diorama, they specialize in home printable diorama backgrounds. You simply print out the pictures, cut away the excess, and then glue them to the backing of your choice. I've chose to use spray glue because it's easier to handle. There. See how easy that is? All the pieces fit together like a little puzzle. Once assembled and put together, Your home printable background from Insta-Print Diorama can be used for action figure photography for Instagram and social media, as well as YouTube videos and action figure reviews. Simply click on the link in the description and you'll be taken to a Kickstarter for Insta-Print DIY printable dioramas, where you can see an about page that tells you everything that you need to know about these home printable dioramas, with images of the dioramas themselves, so that you can get an idea of exactly what you can do, beyond what's been shown in this video. If you do decide to back the project, you can make a pledge without a reward, but who wants that? You can also make a £2 pledge, and as a thank you, the backers will receive the files for small, medium, and large printed fold crates. You can also make a £10 or more pledge, where you, the backer, will receive the full files for the hallway diorama, the alleyway diorama, the sci-fi diorama, the warehouse diorama, and the cave bunker diorama. Hallway diorama 2.0 not included. As you can see, I myself am a backer of this project. I believe in it so much. So what are you waiting for? Click the link in the description of the video and become a backer today of Insta-Print home printable dioramas. And I promise you, you won't be disappointed.